మిత్రులారా, బంధువులారా, వెల్కమ్, స్వాగతము, వనక్కము to South Asia Maps. This is an education channel. Your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy, Joggari Tirupati Reddy. We are continuing our Iran and Persia series. This is part 10A. We are talking about Atrek River or Atrek River, which is in the northern part of Iran. In the greater historic Khorassan region, Atrek River is a very prominent river that flows through between Kopedeg Mountains and Aladagh Mountains and falls into Caspian Sea Caspian saltwater lake or Endoric River Basin. This is our Persian Iran series. We are in part 10A. Atrek River, Atrek River Basin region, northern part of Iran. All these presentations have posted at South Asia Maps JRD, which is a YouTube channel, education channel. There are 800 or so presentations. You can pick and choose your choice. Long back, I have listed around about 28 or so geographic regions, physiographic regions of Iran. This is, you can find all of them in one map here. And if you want, if the names are not clear, I have jotted the names here. You can pause here and look all the names, those with a little more information about the 28 or so geographic, physiographic regions of Iran. We are in here, Atrek River Basin here, fire. Iran is a very fascinating ancient nation, still keeps its Persian language but has undergone tremendous change after Muslim conquistadors and subdued it from Sasanian Empire. A different perspective is given in these two books after Noble laureate Naipaul traveled in that region after Imam Khomeini took over the country, and his two books, Among Believers, Beyond Belief, reviewed by India's topmost thinker Mahayogi Sri Ram Swarup of Voice of India, gives a different inkling of the old Persia Iran to modern current Iran. See, there is a difference between administrative maps, political maps, and physiographic maps, physical maps. These are just two-dimensional. The provinces, vilayets, regions, districts, jillas, and so on, whereas this is three-dimensional. Physical nature of the land, terrain. It shows clearly about the water bodies, rivers, mountains, gorges, plains, peneplains, plateaus, and all those. You can see the Lat Desert here, Kavir Desert Basin here, Alborz Mountains, Caspian Sea, Persian Gulf, Strait of Hormuz, Sindh Sagar region, that is the Arabian Sea, and so on. So it gives a better understanding. You can discern a lot of things by looking at the physical geography. We'll be talking about Atrek River. After this, I will go over the brief introduction of the river. As usual, I will take you through the 2 or 3 different maps where you will get a good clarity. And the river, as usual, spelled differently, is spelled, pronounced differently in the Persian language and Turkic languages and the Dari language and Turkmeni and Kurdish languages. So Atrek or Atrek River is around about 669 or so kilometers long. Its tributary is the Sumbar. Again, the tributary of Sumbar is Chandar. These are the two major tributaries. If you remember, this is the Kopedeg Mountains. It cuts from here goes western direction, falls into the mouth. Mouth means where the river joins the major water body, that is the Caspian Sea, the inland salt lake region in Central Asia, border between Eurasia. So the borders are Sambur River Basin, north, and Kopedeg mountain ranges here, and Gorband Basin or Gorgan River Basin, and Caspian, it should be Caspian Sea here, Albord Mountains here, there are the topos here, so you keep in mind. The landmarks, near this river, the Askabad, outskirts of Askabad is the ancient capital of Parthian Empire, that is called Nisa, or also suburb called Bagyar. Sarne National Park, Gulistan National Park, Great Wall of Gorgan in this area is present. The post-Kiev occupation of expanding Tsarist Russia took a lot of region called Central Asia, Russian Turkestan. Today that is Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan and Kyrgyzstan and so on. Panjday incident practically ended, that is Panjday is a small town on the Oxus River, Amudarya River, a standoff between the British imperialism from India and Russian imperialism. The Battle of Goyek Tepe that occurred before this time, 1879, consolidated the border between today's, at that time, it was Qajar, Persia and Iran, today's modern Iran and Turkmenistan, Turania. Russians versus Turkoman battle, and this region became part of Russian Empire. The Iran hosts around about 82, 85 or so million people in 1.6 square kilometers. That means per square kilometers you will get around about 51, 52 people. This entire mountain range is the Alpide mountain. We are talking about northern part here, reddish, that is the Albord and Kopedeg and Aladagh mountain. In this part, our river exists. I have put the river in more detail here. This is the Caspian Sea or ocean. You see, this is the Atrek River here. And this is the Sumbar River, and its tributary Chandir River here. Remember, this can be spelled a little differently so that here the clarity should come. Further south, I have also shown for clarity Gorgan River. And we can see these rivers in much detail. So I will show the river first, then we will zoom down. So you can see here I can read Bojnod, that is the historic Khorassan, now is called Northern Khorassan, that is in this river basin. You can see Bojnod, north of is Atrek River. It comes from the Kopedeg. I can read here Kopedeg Mountains, Atrek River, Atrek River, Atrek River here, and forms the border between Iran and Turkmenistan. Here, this is the Chandir River here, that is a tributary of Sambar River. You can see Sumbar River, Chandir River, Atrek River. So more or less it forms the border between the Turkmenistan and Iran, and this Atrek River falls near into the Caspian Ocean. Further south you can see the Gorgan River. So you have to keep in mind Atrek River is between the Aladagh Mountains and Kopadek Mountains, that is the western part. Small plateau separates that into the Meshad River, that is I can see here Kashaf River Basin or Meshad River. You can see that is the Meshad that we looked earlier. You can see a different perspective of the river. So you can see this is the river. Alwoods and Aladagh Mountains here. This is the river. The Atrek River. So near Ensingli, there is a major border crossing between Turkmenistan. You can see even the town called Atrek here. This is the Atrek River. This is the Sambur River. This is the Chandi River. This is the, I think, Borjant, because this is the Persian in Nastaliq script, Persian language, Arabic script after Islamic conquistadors subdued the nation. Lot of changes occurred in that country. And here you can see this, the Kopedek Mountains. So you have to remember the major cities. If you can catch, this is the Meshat. So this is the Kashaf River Valley, Meshat Basin. This is the Atrek River Basin. Borjund will not be that clear. So if you find, we find the Borjund. This should be the Borjund. So here river goes here, 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 like that. See, the ancient capital of old Nisha is in the old Nisha is in the, that is the capital of Parthian Empire. And there's also a suburb of Baghya. Baghya is now a suburb of current city Asgabad. That is east side of this river and Kopedek mountains. That is one of the landmarks I'm showing. It need not be exactly in the same place. So Borjund, we can see the Borjund here and the river. Atrek, Inchan and Ensingli, the border crossing town should be somewhere here. Atrek is somewhere here, Ensingli. So this is the Hazar National Park here and Turkmenbasi here. And this is the, I think, Dasaguz. That is the Garabogos. Hard to remember for me. This is the Turkish or a part of Slavic names. Daragosos is the Turkish name. This is the bay here. So you can see the Great Wall of Gorgan. That is similar to the Great Wall of China. A miniature version is near this region. Actually in the Gorgan River Basin. But I am showing this for clarity here. The Gorgan. Great Wall of Gorgan. Gorgan is an important town in the Golestan province. That is easternmost province of Caspian region. Other west being the Mazandaran, further west being the Gilan or Zilan. So Golestan and Mazandaran and Gilan. Gilan means the rest. This is the Derbent region, the modern Republic of Azerbaijan. This is the historic Azerbaijan region. That's what I wanted to talk briefly about the fascinating Atrek River, northern part of Iran, that is near the Kopedek and Aladagh mountain ranges. In the next part, we'll look at the Gorgan River and Gorgan River Basin. Thank you very much, Mitrulara, joining me today. And if you like these presentations or want to add any of your comments, suggestions, you're very welcome. Thank you very much. See you in the next presentation.